So lastly, we won't leave you, Zahack, without speaking about Saudi Arabia, since you're based out of that. You keep an eagle-eyed view. We started with Leicester in UK. Your media organization is based out of that. You've written about madrasa reforms. You've lived that life and analyzed it clearly from the community perspective. So India shares incredible ties with Saudi Arabia, and वो तक हमारे आलम यहाँ बताते नहीं है लोगों को. And this is since independence partition, right? This is even from the times of Nehru, where King Saud bin Abdulaziz came to India on a 17-day trip, in 1955, yes. And then Indira Gandhi, took the relations further. In 2016, the man who the communist and Islamists say is a Muslim hater was given the highest civilian award by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That's our current Prime Minister. So, being in Saudi, based out of Saudi, how high are the relations right now, Zach, between India and Saudi? If you could give us some examples, what is the work that the two nations, the two strong allies, have been doing now?
Yeah, to be honest, Saudi Arabia and India, both of them, they share the common interest. And at the same time, the leadership in Saudi Arabia and India, they are on the same page in terms of a lot of things. And in fact, yesterday, there was a news which says that Saudi and India both are discussing about the possibility of using, a rial and rupee trade. Okay, instead of using dollars, they are talking about using a rial and rupee trade. Wow. So I can say with full confidence that Saudi Arabia and India are going together on the same page. And in fact, I have spoken to a lot of Saudis, and I have a lot of Saudi friends. When I speak to them, they do understand the concerns. They do feel the Indian mentality. And I would tell you that Saudis and Indians, both of them, they have same kind of attitude, they have same kind of behavior, they have same kind of mentality. So I believe leader to leadership connection and people to people connection is really nice, is really going good. Plus in 2022, this year, we have seen that Saudi Land Forces commander, his name is Fahad bin Abdullah. Fahad bin Abdullah, he visited India, and he had an extensive talk with the Indian Army Chief General Naravane. So he had a discussion, and this is historic. This is historic. It didn't happen in the history. It happened the first time. So and another thing is PM Modi, he calls MBS, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, he calls him as younger brother, and MBS, he openly calls PM Modi as the elder brother. And in fact, when MBS visited India, I think in 2019, PM Modi, he broke the protocol and he went personally to receive MBS. So I believe both the countries are going really good. And unfortunately, some people are trying to sabotage this relationship. They're trying to separate these two allies. And we have seen some of the things have recently happened. If you talk about Nupur Sharma case, or if you talk about other issues, they try to ignite these issues so that the India and the Arab allies, they get separated. But it's really nice to see that Indian foreign policy is really nice. And also the Saudi Arabia, they know how the Muslim Brotherhood is trying to play this game, and how Muslim Brotherhood is trying to separate these two allies. So I believe that these two allies, Saudi Arabia and India, will not be separated, and they are like sailors of the same boat. They cannot be separated. And we have also seen recently that Saudi Arabia and India are talking about defense agreement and counterterrorism. I mean, this year in March, the Indian ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Dr. Asaf Saeed Saab, he had a farewell. So I got an invitation for the farewell. So I was in the farewell, and he was making speech. And during his speech, he said that Saudi Arabia and India are talking about opening the educational institutes like IIT in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, so India is actually planning to launch IIT in Saudi Arabia. India and Saudi Arabia are talking about counterterrorism. It's really nice. And in fact, I've heard that Saudi Arabia and India are also talking about exchange programs to send the researchers from Saudi Arabia to India to research in biotechnology, nanotechnology. So it's all good. It's all going well. So this is all about that.
Sure. All right. Thanks a lot, Zahack Tanvir, for joining us today, for giving us the complete analysis of an expert on what's happening actually in Leicester, and then the hot topic right now about madrasa modernization, and finally the historic ties between India and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It was a pleasure having you, and we would obviously want you to come
Yeah, let
many a
me let
times
me let
more.
me also tell something at the end. Let me
Right.
also tell quote something. There is a mosque in Gujarat called as
Right.
the Barwada Mosque, and this mosque was built by the companions of the Prophet Muhammad. He came, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They came, I think, in 10th and 16th century. I don't know, but they came in the early part of Islam, and they came and they built this mosque in Gujarat.
Okay.
And the direction, the Qibla of this mosque is Jerusalem, not Mecca.
Okay.
So this was before Mecca was declared as Qibla. So you can see how India and Saudi Arabia or the Arab countries, they have coexisted peacefully. The Arab merchants, they used to come to India not as invaders, but as merchants. They settled in Gujarat, they built mosque, and India also, let them live peacefully. And Indian, market was very nice, very appealing at that time. And in fact, even today, India is good in economy and startups. So people want to do business. The Arabs want to come to India. They want to visit India. They want to see India. And I believe that people like you can welcome them.
Surely, surely, we do.